We've discussed Curtis Yarvin for years on conspirituality, but given that his profile just keeps getting bigger, it's important to point some things out. He's alleged, for example, that whites have higher IQs than blacks for genetic reasons. And when he writes essays titled Why I'm Not a White Nationalist and Why I'm Not an Anti-Semite, you might have to question why he even had to write those in the first place. The man has been quoted by Mark Andreessen and Peter Thiel for years, and now it seems like his ideas are moving up to J.D. Vance. He was on the New York Times podcast interviewed by David Marchese recently, and one thing really jumped out at me about this interview. Marchese asks him, aren't you worried about how these sorts of philosophies are going to, for example, disenfranchise certain groups, for example, women?
So when I look at the status of women in, say, a Jane Austen novel, which is well before enfranchisement, it actually seems kind of okay. The women in Jane Austen's book seems to be fine.
Who are desperate to land a husband because they have no access to income without them.
Well, have you ever seen anything like that in the 21st century?
This is the brain behind many of the billionaires who are about to have a really big say in the Trump administration. So yeah, we should be fucking worried.